Uganda's anti-gay law continues to receive a backlash from many sectors of society across the world. Under the new law, anyone found engaging in same-sex relations could face the death penalty or a 20-year sentence for promoting homosexuality. Activists say the law is a threat to their safety, access to healthcare services, and freedom of expression. We speak to two members of the LGBTQIA+ community in the East African nation of Uganda. We're joined by Director of the African Queer Network, Aggie HRD, and human rights activist Kennedy Pius Kigundu. Aggie, thank you very much for your time this morning. Perhaps you can just give us a sense of what the mood is like in the country in light of the president giving the bill the go-ahead.
Thank you very much, Dudu. The Ugandan LGBT community right now, they are in panic. There's too much threat, rampant threat, rampant arrests. It's been viral since the act has been asserted by the president of Uganda. We have received so far almost 30 and above cases. Others have been in jail. Others have been beaten. Recently, like my friend has been stabbed 2 times in the stomach. He's in the hospital fighting for his life. Yeah, the situation is not good. The situation is still alarming.
We understand one lawmaker went as far as saying, we shall not mention their name for the purpose of the conversation, that the country must legalize polygamy because many women have been satisfying each other due to less men in Uganda. Are these utterances, or are these, it's going about on social media. Can you confirm this? Is this the attitude of lawmakers in the country?
Yeah, I think the Ugandan government and the Ugandan parliament has become like a carcass, or I don't know how can I term, like it's like being a playground whereby they just go in the parliament to pass bills like homosexuality bill. Also, this bill have been passed by recently on last Thursday or Friday, that polygamy should not be. They should because the women. The reason why people are joining homosexuality or lesbians is because the lack of men. Because men have just decided to marry 2 to 3 women. Like it's just like a joke, but it's serious. That's what I can say. The Parliament of Uganda, I think now they don't have what to do. Instead of just talking about how someone should have sex with, whom should have sex with, what you should do with your life on sex. Instead of like, we have a lot of attacks, we have a lot of killings of people, guns, street guns that have been rampant on the street, people are being killed. But it's very funny how the Parliament is concentrating on things which are not supposed to be concentrated on. It's very unfortunate.
Let's talk about the life of a person, or a typical day of a person of the LGBTQIA+ community in Uganda. What is an average day like? Do you get people even suspecting that somebody may be part of the community? And what does that lead to?
Right now, let's say talk about like myself, who came out to fight for impunity and discrimination against LGBTQI persons here in Uganda. We are living in fear. I myself and my colleagues have been evacuated. Like the landlords, they have wrote eviction letters. I think Pius will tell us, because Pius is one of the victims who has been given a eviction letter to evict the premises of the. So there is fear. No one can move on the street. We no longer do our advocacy work as community, as organization. Organization has been closed. There's too much hate, discrimination, killings. So the situation is not that good. It's not that, it's alarming. That's what I can say.
What then is your call to not only parliamentarians of Uganda, not only the president of the country, but to more so the leaders of the continent in terms of perhaps engaging Yoweri Museveni?
On my call, I saw the President of the United States of America condemning the act that the President consented this act. But I think I call upon the EU community to hold government accountability for every taxpayer money, because we are almost the country depends on taxpayer money. We need this money. We need the government, the EU, to accountable for every single fund that is being given by the government of Uganda. If the policies and it's time to be revisited, why should they put inclusivity in this fund? We are seeing a lot of rampant AIDS spread. If it's let's say PEPFAR is giving out a lot of funds to the Uganda government to finish AIDS 2023. So if there's inclusivity, that means the aim of stopping AIDS in Uganda, its aim will not be completed. So I call upon the EU government to also check on human rights activists, not only on a call when they need some interviews, or check on them. They need financial resources, because now we no longer work as organizations, we no longer work physically. We need technical resources, whereby we need computers, we need data, because now we are going to be working remotely. Now, since the closed of organizations in Uganda, we've been working remotely, and we need to continue doing advocacy. So I call upon the EU government or community to provide us with these resources so that we can continue doing our advocacy. Secondly, and thirdly, I call upon the solidarity. Where there is petition, sign. We need solidarity with the Ugandan community, because by this time they need us, and this time they need the EU community to come out, sign a petition against this act. That's what I can say.
Aggie, thank you very much for your time this morning.